in the conference championship. So it'll be Amir versus whoever from the West is. Both of them will move to the ACC, and then the bottom two teams from the ACC will take their place in the Sun Belt.
All right, but that's sick. Okay, so that means I got the Sun Belt to myself next season.
You
You
and
and Grayson,
Grayson,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see how Grayson plays tonight.
Won't have to worry about big bad Old Dominion anymore.
Yeah, fuck Old
All right.
Dominion, respectfully.
All right, cool. Y'all are good to go. Kevin, do you want to do commentary with Amir on this one? Oh, I mean, okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I just figured I'd give you the opportunity if you wanted
All right,
to.
y'all.
All right.
1 second.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, we'll just do me and Amir then.
Are y'all ready to get into it?
Yeah. Amir, you want play-by-play or you want color?
Um, uh, let me do color.
Okay, I figured since you had notes, it might be
I took
better
notes,
for you to
so
do color. Yeah.
you gotta let me autistically spew my knowledge. Spew is the right word.
God, Coastal's uniforms though. Like I love the field and their colors.
Oh, please tell me the game is at Coastal.
It
Yes,
is.
sir.
Yes, it is. In the rain. God damn.
Gonna be an ugly one for the pass game here.
No shit.
Some good Saturday night Fun Belt action.
All right, and Coastal Carolina's going to start with the ball. Good kickoff. He's going to return it. Finds a little seam. Get it up to about the 20. Yeah.
We're gonna get a chance to see Coastal quarterback Roquan Barber here. He's a sophomore who's thrown for just under 3,000 yards on the season. Pretty impressive for a young player like this.
And he fires to the left side for a nice little out route completion for 6 yards. And starting out like that, you really stretch the defense horizontally, make them play the whole field.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Coastal really makes you play the whole field. They have 7 different players with 20 or more catches this season.
Mm. He loses containment on the quarterback. Hits a
Ooh,
sick juke, gets upfield for a couple more yards.
juked him out of his shoes on that one.
He's gonna fake the pass.
Wait,
Ooh,
actually,
just bad.
wow.
Just bad.
Can see the rain really affected on that throw. Normally, Barber makes that throw.
And Coastal really coming out here and going quickly to the pass game. And as I say that, they hand off for a 2 yard loss. I mean, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, they're really a team that doesn't really like to use that run very often. They don't have anyone on their team that averages over 50 yards a game on the ground. So you're going to see a lot of throws and a lot of different receivers catch passes here.
All right, 5 wide, and he's gonna go back. He's got a 1-on-1. Oh, and
Oh,
overthrows
wow.
him. 4th and 12. You gotta think a punt is coming here.
That really was a great decision from the quarterback. It just couldn't quite make the connection.
No, no, it was a good read, just not a good throw. And 4th and 12, he's gonna go for it. Already full sending.
Feeling the pressure.
Wow, and he catches it
Wow.
and
Wow.
finds a little
Wow.
seam
Wow.
to
What a
get the
move.
first down. Wow. Good play by the tight end. But 27 got turned right around there. He was lost in the sauce.
Couple good moves by these Coastal Carolina skill position players. The quarterback juked somebody earlier, and now we have the tight end making people miss.
Yeah, and he tried to throw across the middle there. A lot of bodies in the area. Two Coastal, two JMU players.
Yeah.
Kind of a dangerous pass there.
Wonder if he just got stuck on a read on that play.
Could be. And he drops back to pass, finds a guy open the middle. He'll catch the ball and just safely go to the ground, get the first down.
You know, you're starting to see why maybe they don't run the ball so often. If you can throw like this, why run at all?
Yeah, no, 100%. Play action. He hits that little flat route again for a pickup of three to the right side.
Kind of funny to see the play action when it's like, what are you really setting up for? You know, have
Right,
everybody set up a
right.
run to fool the defense, but
And hey, sometimes it's just about concepts. And it really looked there on like that play. He had two guys in the flat, and the guy that didn't get the ball just quit on the play. He said, "Fuck that." All out blitz against the run. He's gonna find 1 yard there. Third and third and medium.
yeah, I don't blame him on the play. You would have, I mean, not often do you see a blitz on 2nd and 7, but JMU was coming out aggressive.
Yeah, and they've kind of kept Coastal like on the edge of punting, turnover on downs, really making them work for the yards here. So they've not had a bad defensive drive, but you gotta give credit to Coastal for really kind of hanging in there and keeping this drive going.
Yeah, if you go for it on 4th and 12, you're gonna go for it on 4th inches.
Yeah, it looks like he's taken a page out of old Kevin's playbook and said, we don't believe in punting here in Coastal.
Went to the speed option on that play. It looked like.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a speed option or a power run, but he managed to get the first down. That's really all that matters. And we haven't seen a lot of run plays, but we've seen enough to kind of keep the defense honest and enough to get this short yardage situation first down.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, it hasn't been super effective, but they're trying to at least make JMU respect the run on this drive.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's gonna get another handoff here, and you know, Coastal's really showing dedication to the run game. It hasn't popped for big plays, but as these PvP games go, if you continue to run the ball and keep yourself in positions where you can run the ball, it makes the defensive job a lot harder. And he finds his one-on-one matchup on the left side there. A little short route on only 2 yards, and 4th and 2. Coastal's really putting on a drive, but they're having to work for every yard they're getting. All right, drops back to pass, hits his tight end over the middle, who goes down immediately for a first down, and Coastal Carolina keeps this drive going.
My goodness, a seemingly endless drive from Coastal Carolina. This drive now going on 6 entire minutes,
Yeah,
almost taking all the
he's
first
gotten
quarter.
the whole entire first quarter almost, and he's going to run it
Wow,
right up the left untouched for a touchdown.
that
Coastal
has to be,
Carolina demoralizing.
yes,
You feel like you
so
do a lot of things
frustrating.
right. You get them in what, three, four, fourth downs along that drive and just converts everyone.
No,
And then
all
that
that
is
effort
a
and the kicker shaves the
horrible,
extra point.
horrible outcome there. You got to hope that 1 point doesn't come back to bite him.
Yeah, that kicker might have to get ready to get real familiar with that transfer portal after the season. That is interesting. May have some connection issues.
All right, short return up to the 25.
Yeah, we're gonna see how James Madison responds on this drive. Um, they're a team that is at their best when they are effectively running the football. And as I say that, we get a nice little 10-yard run from George Petaway.
Yeah, and he hit that stiff arm, and he was not going down to the first defender.
Yeah, he's somebody that if they can get him going early, this could be a tough day for Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, but they do a good job there bottling up the first down run for only a 1 yard gain.
And after that long drive by Coastal, here we have a only 3 plays that James Madison was able to get off in that first quarter.
Yeah, and he tries to fire an out right there on the left side in a one-on-one, and defender makes a great play on the ball to get his hand in there and forces 3rd and 9. All right, JMU coming out for this 3rd and 9 shotgun formation. He's going to drop back, and he finds a guy on his right side, and he gets up the sideline for a few extra yards there. Big play from James Madison. They needed that.
Good decision there by the quarterback. Down the open guy, made the throw. Gonna keep this drive alive here. Ooh,
Counter run up to the left side, and that's forward right down the first yard marker. That's going to be a first down. Another handoff to the left. He's going to get tackled for a short yard gain. Try to bounce it out a little outside. He might have had a couple more yards if he got between the center and the guard there, but it was a small hole there.
yeah, you can really see so far in this first drive just the improvements from this JMU offense that we've seen in this drive compared to what we saw earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm. Good read there. He had the look that he wanted, but the hands let him down there.
Yeah, and that tight end has been so reliable this season, being the majority of the receiving yards from this offense here as he looks
Yeah,
to him again.
yeah, and goes right back to him, and he makes up for the drop that he had last time.
Yeah, if I'm this Coastal Carolina defense, I'm trying to make anybody but the tight end or running back beat me as he goes to that
Mm,
tight end again.
man, and he almost had a seam route there that was gonna be inside the 5, maybe even a touchdown, depending on the spot of the ball. But again, he just drops the ball there. He goes to his running back for 5 across the middle of the field, looking at a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, again, we're going to see that a lot, even in this passing game. George Pettaway is very, very active. That puts him over 600 receiving yards on the season.
All right, and JMU coming out in shotgun. Looks like they're changing up the play here. Snaps the ball. He's gonna roll out right and find a receiver right there. Coastal misses the tackle and he walks into the touchdown. Little taunting, and then he hits the gritty on him. And we're tie game. James Madison has a chance to take the lead here if they can make this extra point right down the middle.
Yeah, it really should be a tie game, but that Coastal Carolina kicker has to be really kicking himself right now.
Yeah, there's a lot left to go, and if we could look back at his first drive where he killed the whole clock, we could be looking at a situation where if they repeat that, we're going into halftime. So if you're Coastal, you can try to kill this whole clock, and try to get it in the end zone as time expires.
Oh, man, both quarterbacks making great decisions and just not really being rewarded. Um, Another tough throw by Barber there, just not able to connect with the receiver.
And out route up to the left, and he gets 7 yards there on the left side. Another good decision. Coastal's really trying to test the boundaries on this JMU defense. 3rd and 3 shotgun formation. two backs lined up, and hands off, and gets hit after about 2 yards, 4th and 1. And if the first drive was any indication, we're probably going to see Coastal go for it here.
Yeah, I doubt we're going to see that Coastal Carolina punter see the field today unless we get something stupid like a 4th and 20.
And
Oh,
he
just
barely gets the
got it.
first down.
Wow. I'm shocked they gave him that.
Yeah, that was a generous spot for sure. And he really loves his out right there on the left
Man.
side. And he's really trying to test the boundaries on this. And it's almost like he's taking turns going left, right, depending on what hash he's on.
But it's working. If it ain't broke, don't
Yeah.
fix it.
Oh,
Ooh.
great read option there.
Ooh.
Did not see that coming, and he gets a first
A
down.
nice little change of pace. Pass, 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 read option.
Yeah, and if you can start implementing some good read option, man, that strikes fear in a defense because all of a sudden that's another person carrying the ball that you got to account for.
Yeah, it's so much you have to try to respect. It's difficult to cover it all at times, especially if you're able to read that play effectively.
Yeah, absolutely. Another pass play here, and he's gonna mm,
Ooh, almost a
diving
diving
catch
catch.
attempt, but bounces off of Roquan's hands. No, Roquan's the quarterback.
No research here from the play-by-play.
Ooh,
Ooh,
fits a tight window across the middle to a running back, and
I
about
was
this time is when both teams should kind of be feeling each other's tendencies out. It's hard to kind of know what you're going into in these PvP games sometimes, but now's when you got to start making your adjustments. Wow.
Ooh, I wonder if he meant to throw that pump, the fake throw there. Feels like it had to be an accident.
Yeah, the pump fake kind of leads to some pressure. Drifted a little too far back in the pocket there and made it pretty easy for the line. Ooh, good screen pass.
Ooh, good
Good
spin.
spin.
Oh,
61 holds him up just a second, but
ah,
he ends up getting 12 yards out of it.
couldn't get his fast out the way. Just completely. That could have been an easy extra 5, 10 yards.
Absolutely. He maybe even could have got the first down there. Oh my God. And 51 just, oh, he
Oh,
just decleats two guys in one play.
what a phenomenal play by the running back there.
And after that last play, man, you got to circle that left guard because he was out there road grading.
Oh,
A quick little out route for a 3 yard
wonder if
gain.
he should have stayed on his feet and tried to pick up some more yards there. Only getting three. Looks like he got some extra rack if he just stayed on his feet. But
Yeah, for sure. But if you're Coastal, you got 50 seconds left in this half. You're not really in a rush here because you're in field goal range. Wow, and a
oh
ill-advised decision
no,
throws a
oh
kind of
no.
cross body into double coverage, and he's picked off here, and that's a poor decision by Coastal.
Wow. He almost should have just kept running. He had some open
I
field in
was
front of him.
just I was just thinking the same thing. He had got the edge on the right side and was going to get positive yardage. You really got to just live to play another down. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, because we were on the brink of another suffocating drive, taking up another 5 minutes easily. And then it just feels like all that hard effort just thrown away with one poor decision right at the end. Oh, wow. JMU determined to give it right back to the Coastal Carolina offense. This is a team, man, that if they can cut down on the turnovers and decisions like that, they can be a very dangerous offense. But sometimes it feels like they just kind of get in their own way.
Mm. And Coastal takes it right
I
back.
say that.
Yeah, I think he got locked onto a read there. He had circle coming across wide open off the right side, and I think this is what happens when you get a little too bit comfortable with some of your playmakers. Um, you really lock in on them, and it can kind of force you to miss some reads.
Yeah, this JMU team, like the quarterback specifically, they just have a huge turnover problem. This season, they are minus 12 in their turnover differential. Now, 8 of those turnovers did come against the vaunted Old Dominion defense, but that's still rough regardless.
Mm. And Coastal tight end makes a diving catch on the left side on a nice corner route, completely lays out and brings it in. 13 seconds left. Coastal
I
takes
think
their second timeout.
time for maybe 2 more plays if you can get out of bounds.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
dangerous decision here. And so
Quarterback is.
you got to think back to the missed field goal earlier or the missed extra point earlier. Coastal's not thinking field goal here. And personally, I wouldn't trust my field goal kicker after that miss on the extra point. Um, and it can kind of really hurt you to be in these go for broke situations. Rolls out to the right, got a guy standing wide open. He playmakers him and tries to find him, but just holds on the ball just a second too long. Invites that defender to kind of get close enough
Uh,
to put some pressure on him.
we are going to see this field goal kicker again.
We are, are we? Oh, we just saw a timeout.
Coastal second guessing, or are they
He,
accidentally icing
I
themselves?
think what happened was he asked Madden a little bit too quickly there, and sent the field goal unit out by mistake. Oh,
Oh, what a catch! No way! How did
wow!
he not catch that?
And this is a horrible thing because right now with that going into halftime, you can't challenge that play. And if I'm Coastal, I'm losing my shit right now on the sideline because that looked like a touchdown to me.
Yeah, I feel like Coastal got hoed there. Earlier I thought they were paying the refs with one of the plays that we saw, but after that it really makes you wonder. Maybe the Dukes slipped these refs some money.
Yeah, that was a great effort by Coastal. You really got to give them to they really deserve the touchdown. Oh, and JMU makes a
Oh,
great read,
I don't know
and
if there's a angle on this running
he's
back.
he's gonna go untouched into the end
Oh
zone,
my
inside zone up
goodness.
the left side, untouched. And man, if you're Coastal right now, this is a tough, but very quick turn.
That is a
Um,
bag breaking couple of plays.
it is, but this is still a one score game. You've moved the ball well offensively. Really, outside of the one turnover, has moved the ball very well and really should have had a touchdown, in my opinion, there at the second half. But um,
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. We're 2 plays away that if they went just inches different, well, not the kick, but I mean, 2 plays that if they just went the other way, we're looking at a tie game at 14 all. So it's definitely still in this. It's not, it's only an 8 point game. It's still a one possession game. They score right here, they're right back in it, and we're looking at a completely different ball game.
mm, it's a little flat route. Uh, Makes a nice little juke to kind of get up the sideline and get a few extra yards out there. Now, second and two, you can kind of do a lot of things. You can take a play action shot here. You can try to just get a run, pick up the first down. He's going to find this little underneath route again. And both teams really going to these underneath routes.
Yeah, it makes you wonder when the defenses are going to adjust. You want to eventually make the other team have to try to throw the ball somewhere down the field because they're
Yeah,
just taking the easy underneath routes.
yeah. If I'm one of these deep coordinators, I'm sending everyone to those flat routes. I'm probably taking that slot corner myself and playing that left flat route.
Exactly. At some point on the defensive end, you want to make them try to have to beat you with something else.
You at least have to force them to throw another direction. And the read option there, he decides to keep it, but loses a couple yards in the play. And now we're 3rd and 3.
Yeah, sometimes those reaction plays are tough because even if you have the right read, sometimes it just doesn't all work together and you end up with plays like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of these guys are athletic enough. Ooh,
Oh,
a screen pass and a great play by the JMU linebacker to recognize the screen immediately, beat the blockers to the ball, and then make the one-on-one tackle in the open field.
big time play from that freshman for sure.
All right, Coastal drops back to pass. Finds his running back across the middle,
Oh,
missed tackle. He gets up and gets his first down.
yeah. If I'm that JMU defensive coordinator, I'm pulling Pye's ass right out the game. What the fuck was that?
Coastal really loving this two back, or is it two tight ends with one lined up in the backfield? And you can see why. I
Ooh,
mean, the blocking lanes, the running lanes that he's getting from the extra bodies, the blocking, um, really helping this Coastal run game stay alive. And we talk
a
about
lot
how
of
important this
versatility from a
balance
set
is.
like that too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, drops back, finds this little underneath, flat route on the left side again. And, you know, out of his 19 completions today, you got to figure that's been 9 of them.
At least, I think you might be being a little conservative with that guess.
Yeah, run off the right side for a 2-yard gain, looking at 3rd and 1, right outside the red zone. And
You
this is
know,
where Coastal's offense is really kind of bogged down a little bit, and he tries to hand it off, and it's going to get stuffed for a 3-yard loss.
yeah, I feel like we were a little predictable there. 3rd and 1, obvious rushing down, and JMU just brought the house. Didn't respect the short pass.
Yeah,
Got to make at least one miss. Oh,
no. And here's where you're more than midway through the third quarter. Both teams have kind of figured each other out. You really gotta try to pull some tendency breakers, um, to try to shake the other person off of what you're doing.
I agree. That's when you're taking a long look at the play sheet and thinking, what have I not pulled out so far this game? What can I surprise them with further down?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, we've seen a lot of inside zones from both of these teams. Um, give them both a give them both credit for staying committed to the run game. That's been an emphasis for both these teams. Oh, nice cut upfield. Finds a little flat route on the right side, cuts it upfield.
Yeah, you make a good point with the running game. I coached against both these teams, and in my games against them, there was really no commitment to that running game. It was pass, pass, pass every play where it was very, very predictable. So at least you see the improvement from those games to this game right here.
Yeah, and he takes a read option on the right side, decides to keep it, gets 9 yards, but takes a hit. Coastal bring their corners up to press and inside zone again. And when
Wow.
you've had this kind of success, why why do anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this game has gone by in the blink of the eye, the blink of an eye, because I mean, both teams have run the ball so well. Both teams had long drives, have taken up so much of the clock. I mean, at this point, I mean, shoot, run the clock, run the
Yeah,
clock.
I mean it's been a back and forth game. Both these offenses have moved the ball well. Um, we saw the back-to-back interceptions, but really that's really been the only mistakes um that we've seen offensively from these teams.
Yeah, at this point. I mean, if you're Coastal Carolina, you got to get aggressive here on defense, try to force some kind of turnover, make them beat you with the pass. Um, don't just
Mm.
let them run the ball down your throat.
And we're gonna see an injury to George Pettaway here, which is a guy that you circled coming in as a big time player. But their backup running back is no slouch either. And they're going to try to
Not
hand it
on
to
that
him
play, though.
immediately and get blown up. And they're going to
Yeah, I
hurry
think
back to the
George makes
line.
that play. The backup might not be that guy.
And he's going to run right and he's going to get the first down easily. Ooh, does a nice
Very
little job.
awkward
Kind of,
slide.
yeah, not really a slide, but kind of got down enough to protect himself there.
Took that one right out of the RG3 playbook of ugly, hideous slides.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
whoa. Whoa.
And that's something that you really never see is a clean screen pass get dropped.
Yeah, I guess you chalked that one up to the rain.
Mm. And he thought he had his tight end underneath for a big play, but linebacker comes up immediately and makes a one-on-one tackle. 3rd and 7.
Wow, a couple guys wide open. Good decision just to run it in, though.
Yeah, and this is like we said multiple times where you got to find a way to make some adjustments. It almost kind of feels like Coastal's beating their head against the wall and trying to do the same thing over and over again, hoping for different results.
Yeah, that sounds like the definition of insanity to me.
Yeah, I mean, you know what these teams want to do. They're taking the underneath stuff. You're not seeing a lot of downfield shots. Um, Aggressive in terms of going for it. But other than that, really just a lot of underneath stuff, screen passes, inside zones.
Yeah, you don't want to get hyperbolic because it is only a two-score game, but this feels like a monumental task for Coastal to come back here. I mean, I just fear the offense doesn't quite move fast enough. And as I say that, they break a 20-yard pass. But
Yeah, but you got to start looking at the clock here with only 5 minutes to go. Accelerated clock is going to bog you down a little bit once you start, trying to get little gains like this. You almost got to really start going into the hurry up here and make these 2-minute offenses because you are down by two scores, including having to get a 2 point conversion.
yeah, I know you have three timeouts, but you really have to start speeding this offense up. And good
Smart
decision again.
decision. Smart decision by Coastal to just throw the ball away here.
Absolutely no shame in throwing the ball away. There's a lot of shame in throwing an ugly interception.
Jet touch pass. He's gonna get the
Just
first down. Oh
yeah,
my God! They defied physics. They're on the sideline.
some
I mean,
witchcraft
just
going on over on the JMU bench. That could be an option too if Coach was not interested in really running any hurry up.
oh,
Oh my
and makes
goodness.
another great read. And I'm not gonna lie, Coastal has been hoed out on a couple of these corner routes.
Rondé Barber has had a not Rondé Barber, Jesus Christ. Roquan Barber has had a few throws that I'm sure he wish he had back at this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you feel for them because they're good reads here. They're
Yeah,
good decisions.
absolutely. he's making the right throws. It's just not the right placement. It's just the accuracy just isn't there. The decision making is all there. The accuracy just hasn't quite been there
Yeah,
today.
and sometimes with if you have these consistent accuracy issues, you really kind of have to look at what you're doing inside the pocket. Are you getting your feet set underneath you? Are you under pressure? Are you inviting unnecessary pressure into your face and making a tougher read or a tougher throw than what it should be? And good pickup by Coastal here. Keeps the game alive. It's not over, and
Definitely not over.
they're gonna get a nice little clock stoppage here for the injury on JMU.
Especially against a JMU team that is known to be turnover prone. If you can score quickly, it does feel like they're about due to turn the ball over again. If you can get one back and score, and you can tie this game up if you get one 2 point conversion.
Yeah, you gotta get the touchdown here first. Um,
Absolutely.
and he's lucky he threw
No.
it to the fat ass D tackle because if that was anybody else, that's probably a pick six.
Wow. That was certain. That could be described as a decision for sure.
Wasn't a good one.
Certainly, we've all been there and got locked on a crossing route. Oh my goodness.
And just as you say it happens again.
You know, for as many really good throws that were the right decision that just didn't hit the target, I feel like we had just as many where we locked on the receivers before the play even started and just
Yeah,
gifted the other team some turnovers here.
absolutely. And with these PvP games, that's the one thing you can't do. Everyone in this league can move the ball. Everyone can play offensively. It really comes down to who makes the least mistakes and who can make the better adjustments.
Side note, I feel like I've seen this play at least 8 times. Can we check the play count limit?
It says it's there. It says it's there, but I agree.
Allegedly.
I have seen that play quite a number of times.
And this one too. Hold on. Are we going to X? Sorry,
And
sorry.
that deserved to be picked there. And you would normally think that on your own 10-yard line, facing a 4th and 8 up by 2 scores, you'd see a punt, and okay, that's what we're gonna see.
Feel like we had Matt Eberflus running the clock on that one. Not sure what the hell was going on. No
Oh my
fucking
fucking
way.
God. And Coastal completely fucks this up by he should have just let that ball go.
I can't
Instead,
even watch this shit anymore. This is just so disgraceful. What the fuck is happening?
and
Like,
man, you gotta feel
I
for
just
Coastal on this one because there were a few you could circle 2 or 3 plays that if they had went the other way might have changed the outcome of this game.
to be blunt, I feel like in the last 2 minutes, I feel like both teams are in a competition to out-stupid each other, and I think Coastal's a little more out-stupiding James Madison right now.
I'd be hard pressed to disagree with you there, partner. And JMU, I mean, even up, and just like that, JMU out stupid Coastal. And,
What is happening?
I was literally just about to say, you would think up 2 scores. Coastal's not calling their timeouts. They're letting you bleed this clock. And
My
you
God,
stare down the barrel of a covered man, and
what the
Coastal
fuck? He,
misses yet another
wow.
corner route. And on another good read. And
So we had one good
if
read. Are we due for a crossing interception right here?
patterns would indicate so, if I'm Coastal, I'm really taking a look at this. I'm taking a look at my passing settings after this game. because he just has not been able to hit
Yeah,
any.
I'm about to have a fucking stroke watching this game. Okay, screen number 87.
4th and 7.
It's the clock is still going down here. We got about 35 seconds left. You probably need a touchdown on this play right here, right now, to have a chance in hell with winning this game
Yeah,
or even tying it
and you would think you'd be
or audibling.
trying to go ahead and snap this ball. And something I don't really understand on that play is you really need a score. What good does it go you to even target your running back on an underneath route right there?
It was bad enough that you need the touchdown, um, but you went below the line of scrimmage.
Good tackle there by Coastal. Yeah,
The run game coordinator seemingly woke up. He had to have been asleep for the past 4 or 5 minutes here for JMU.
and JMU is gonna win this game after some questionable decisions by both coaches and players. Um, fun
Uh,
matchup, but
you know, that game was entertaining for all the wrong reasons.
um, I think if I'm the head coach of either of these teams, win or lose, I'm taking a look at my coordinators at some of the things that we're gonna really have to go through the film and review. But these are all learning experiences, so best of luck to these two coaches going forward.
I encourage both coaches because I do this. Rewatch this film, rewatch the game, look at things you did good, look at things you did bad, try to come back and get better. And I know a lot of that game. See a lot of plays affected by the rain, but can't
Yeah,
blame the rain on 6 points scored.
no, no, absolutely.